A river boiling at 200 degrees, trees walking across the forest floor, an entire civilization erased beneath the canopy until satellites saw through the leaves. So get ready, because we're about to hit you with 30 wild facts about Brazil's Amazon you won't believe are real. Fact 30. The Amazon creates its own rain. Half the water falling from the sky was never ocean water. It came from the trees themselves. They breathe out moisture so powerful it forms rivers in the air. Scientists call them flying rivers, invisible streams wider than the actual Amazon River. Without the forest, Sao Paulo's taps would run dry. Fact 29. There's a moth here that drinks tears from sleeping birds' eyes. It lands silently on their faces at night, inserting a proboscis under the eyelid. The bird doesn't wake up. It's hunting sodium, a mineral so rare in the rainforest that insects have become vampires for salt. Nature's most disturbing adaptation. Fact 28. The Amazon River once flowed backward. 15 million years ago, it emptied into the Pacific until the Andes Mountains rose and flipped everything. The river carved a new path across the entire continent. It took millions of years to U-turn toward the Atlantic. Geography literally reversed an entire ecosystem. Fact 27. Pink river dolphins hunt using electroreception like sharks. They're not just pink for show. They actually blush when excited, turning brighter during mating. But here's the twist. They navigate muddy water by sensing electrical fields from fish heartbeats. Locals believe they shapeshift into handsome men at night. Science says they're just incredibly intelligent hunters. Fact 26. There's a tree that explodes to spread its seeds. The sandbox tree builds up internal pressure until its fruit detonates like a grenade. Seeds shoot out at 150 miles per hour, faster than a baseball pitch. The explosion is so loud it sounds like gunfire echoing through the jungle. Stand too close and you'll need stitches. Fact 25. The forest floor is pitch black at noon. Only 2% of sunlight reaches the ground because the canopy is so dense. Plants down there survive on almost nothing, like living in permanent twilight. Some leaves have evolved to be transparent, capturing every photon. It's an alien world under the green roof. Fact 24. Indigenous tribes discovered 85 of the Amazon's 3,000 medicinal plants before modern science. One plant cures snake bites in 15 minutes. Western medicine still can't replicate it. Another stops bleeding instantly, used by tribes for centuries. Pharmaceutical companies are racing to patent knowledge that's 10,000 years old. The forest is a living pharmacy we're still learning to read. Fact 23. Bullet ants have a sting so painful there's a ritual around it. The Satare Mawe people weave hundreds into gloves, stingers pointing inward. Boys wear them for 10 minutes to become warriors. The pain is described as walking on burning coals with nails in your feet. One sting causes waves of agony for 24 hours straight. Fact 22. The Amazon has islands that appear and vanish every year. Seasonal floods create temporary landmasses the size of small countries. Villages are built on stilts that rise 30 feet above dry season ground. For 6 months, people canoe through their own streets. Geography here is liquid, constantly reshaping reality. Fact 21. There's a fungus that turns ants into zombies. Cordyceps infects the brain, forcing ants to climb to the perfect height and humidity. The ant clamps its jaws onto a leaf, then dies. A mushroom erupts from its head, raining spores onto victims below. It's horror movie evolution happening on every branch. Fact 20. The Amazon holds 10% of all species on Earth, but 80% are still undiscovered. Scientists estimate 400 billion trees across 16,000 species. Every 2 days, a new species is identified, insect, plant, or animal. We've cataloged less area than the size of England. It's the largest biological mystery on the planet. Fact 19. Piranhas aren't the apex predators, they're the prey. River dolphins hunt them in packs, using echolocation to trap schools. Caimans swallow them whole by the dozen. Giant otters crack their skulls like walnuts. The deadly piranha is actually the Amazon's McDonald's. Everyone eats there.
Fact 18. The lost garden cities beneath the jungle. For centuries, people believed the Amazon was an untouched wilderness, a place where humans never built anything big. But in 2024, everything changed. Using LiDAR scanners from the air, scientists revealed 26 ancient cities hidden beneath the trees, massive earthworks, long roads, engineered canals, and even pyramids. This civilization thrived 1,500 years ago, home to hundreds of thousands of people. They didn't just live in the forest, they engineered it. They planted orchards of fruit trees in perfect geometric patterns, circles, squares, spirals, many of which still produce food today. The Amazon we see now isn't wild, it's the overgrown remains of a giant, forgotten garden city civilization. Fact 17. The river that boils animals alive. Deep in the Peruvian Amazon, there's a river that defies science. It reaches 200 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to kill any animal instantly. Fall in, and you're cooked alive before you can swim. Here's the strange part. There's no volcano, no magma, no geothermal hotspot anywhere nearby. The river is heated by underground faults, miles deep, pushing scalding water to the surface. Local people call it Shanai Tempishka, meaning boiled by the sun. Even today, scientists cannot fully explain how this river exists. It's one of Earth's most mysterious natural phenomena, boiling the jungle from within. Fact 16. Trees that walk across the forest. Imagine a forest where the trees can walk. The walking palm slowly migrates across the jungle, moving up to 20 meters in its lifetime. How? When sunlight shifts, the tree grows new roots toward the light and lifts itself off the old roots, literally stepping forward. It moves so slowly that no human can see it happen. But over decades, entire groves drift through the rainforest like silent travelers, a forest that rearranges itself when nobody is watching. Fact 15. The Amazon isn't the planet's lungs, it's the carbon vacuum. You've heard the myth. The Amazon produces 20% of the world's oxygen, but here's the truth. The forest uses almost all the oxygen it makes because the constant decomposition of leaves, wood, and life consumes it. So is the Amazon less important? No. Its real superpower is even bigger. It absorbs 2 billion tons of CO2 every single year, acting like a planetary-scale carbon vacuum. It doesn't breathe for Earth, it filters it. The myth dies, but its importance multiplies. Fact 14. Frogs that borrow poison from their food. The Amazon's poison dart frogs are deadly, bright, beautiful, and extremely toxic. But here's the twist. They don't make the poison themselves. They eat special ants and mites filled with toxic compounds, and their bodies concentrate that poison in their skin. But raise the same frog in captivity on normal food, and it becomes completely harmless. One species carries enough toxin to kill 10 adults with a single touch. Its bright colors aren't decoration. They're a glowing warning label in the jungle. Fact 13. Evolution invented electricity long before humans did. Electric eels generate 860 volts, more than enough to knock out a horse or stun an alligator. But scientists recently discovered something even wilder. Their electric cells could help design medical implants. The same ion channels that power their shocks inspired new pacemaker technology. Humans learned electricity a few hundred years ago, but nature, it mastered bioelectricity 500 million years earlier. The Amazon isn't just biodiversity, it's a laboratory of ancient biological engineering. Fact 12. A 4,000-mile river with 0 bridges. The Amazon River stretches nearly 4,000 miles. But here's the unbelievable part. There is not a single bridge crossing it. Not one. Why? Because the river is insanely wide, incredibly deep, and flows through remote regions where bridges would be almost impossible to build and maintain. Entire communities rely only on boats and planes. The largest river on Earth is basically a liquid wall, dividing a continent. Fact 11. Jaguars that hunt like assassins. Jaguars are powerful hunters anywhere, but Amazon jaguars are on another level. They dive underwater, they ambush from riverbanks, and they kill their prey with a unique technique, a single bite straight through the skull, piercing the brain. They're the only big cats that kill this way. They also swim between islands, hunting caimans, yes, alligators, dragging them out of the water with a bite force strong enough to crush turtle shells. The Amazon's true apex predator is an aquatic assassin. Fact 10. One tree, more ants than an entire nation. In one study, scientists counted 43 species of ants living on a single Amazon tree. Meanwhile, the entire United Kingdom has only 50 ant species total. That means one tree can hold a miniature universe. Predators, farmers, builders, parasites, all living together in a complex tower of life. What we call a tree is actually a multi-level empire of thousands of tiny societies. Fact 9. The forest that breathes clouds into space. The Amazon literally exudes weather. Moisture rising from trees forms giant plumes that satellites can see from space. These flying rivers drift thousands of miles, delivering rain to countries far beyond Brazil. When forests are cut down, these atmospheric rivers vanish, causing droughts as far away as Argentina. This isn't just a forest, it's a continental climate engine, breathing clouds across half of South America.
Fact 8. There's a dolphin that uses tools, and it's freshwater. Amazon river dolphins have been filmed using sticks and sponges to probe riverbeds. They also present gifts to potential mates, branches, clay, and even live fish. Tool use was thought exclusive to primates and ocean dolphins. The Amazon just rewrote mammalian intelligence. Fact 7. Indigenous languages here have no word for time as we know it. The Purana people live entirely in the present. No past or future tense exists. They count 1, 2, many. Nothing beyond 3. Their language challenged every linguistic theory we had. The forest created minds that perceive reality differently than ours. Fact 6. A parasitic plant here hunts by smell. The strangler fig detects chemical signals from host trees miles away. It grows toward them, wrapping around trunks and stealing nutrients. Eventually, the host dies, but the fig's roots have already replaced it. The tree stands hollow, worn like a woody costume. Fact 5. When we hear Amazon fire, we imagine disaster, but some trees here depend on flames to survive. Certain species have cones sealed shut with natural resin. They can stay locked for decades, waiting for smoke and heat. Only a fire hot enough will crack them open, releasing seeds onto nutrient-rich ash. For thousands of years, indigenous communities understood this balance. They practiced small, controlled burns to clear undergrowth, rejuvenate soil, and protect wildlife corridors. But modern fire suppression disrupted that ancient cycle. Stopping fires entirely caused fuel to build up, making today's wildfires bigger and deadlier. In the Amazon, fire isn't always destruction. Sometimes it's renewal.
Fact 4. In 2008, a small aircraft flying over the Brazilian rainforest captured something shocking: an uncontacted tribe, painted in bright red and black, aiming arrows at the sky. They had never seen a plane, never heard an engine, and they wanted nothing to do with the outside world. At least 100 such groups still live deep inside the forest, refusing contact after centuries of violence and disease brought by outsiders. They've watched modern civilization from the shadows and chosen to remain hidden. Brazil now protects over 113 million acres of territory where no one is allowed to enter. Not scientists, not loggers, not tourists. In the Amazon, some people still live exactly as their ancestors did thousands of years ago, by choice. Fact 3. The Amazon River is so massive, it doesn't just shape South America, it reshapes the Atlantic Ocean. As it reaches the sea, it releases so much fresh water that the ocean turns brown for nearly 100 miles offshore. Sailors have reported drinking this water long before seeing land. Every second, the Amazon dumps 55 million gallons into the ocean, more than the next 7 biggest rivers combined. From space, you can see the plume, a giant muddy fan spreading across deep blue. One river overpowering an entire ocean. Only the Amazon can do that. Fact 2. Beneath the forest floor, hidden from sight, lies one of nature's most advanced communication systems, the Wood Wide Web. Fungal networks connect tree roots like fiber optic cables. Through them, trees send nutrients, share water, and even transmit chemical warning signals. If one tree is attacked by insects, it alerts the network. Nearby trees boost their defenses before the invaders arrive. Resources flow from healthy trees to weaker ones.
keeping the forest alive as a single community. We think of trees as individuals, but in the Amazon, they function like cells in one vast, intelligent organism. 1 billion trunks, one forest mind.
Fact 1. If the Amazon collapses, humanity collapses with it, and not slowly. The rainforest regulates rain patterns, absorbs CO2, cools the planet, and stabilizes weather systems across continents. Scientists call it a tipping point ecosystem. Once 25% is destroyed, the rest rapidly turns into dry savanna. The transformation becomes unstoppable. Right now, we're already at 17%. The clock isn't ticking for the forest, it's ticking for us. The Amazon has survived millions of years through ice ages and extinctions, but it may not survive the next few decades of human pressure. The question isn't will the Amazon make it, it's whether we will. Stretching across a continent, glowing green beneath drifting curtains of mist, the Amazon is more than a rainforest. It's an emerald cathedral built by time, rain, and the pulse of life itself. Here, rivers fly through the sky, trees walk in silence, dolphins use tools, and the line between myth and biology simply vanishes. Every branch, every insect, every hidden tribe is part of a single living blueprint, one that reminds us that nothing in nature stands alone. Everything is connected, everything is aware, and everything is watching.